This is Ken from Ken's Horticultural Services, and today we're talking about pruning. So I just want to show you how, if we have a look at this branch right here, this is a branch that was cut off and was left a little bit too long, but we can see how the tree is starting to heal around the base of this branch. This is what's called a branch collar, and we can actually see it's cracking the bark here because it's starting to fill in, it's starting to grow over. If we cut this a little bit closer like this, watch yourself, it's going to go fly in there. Cut it a little bit closer. This gives the tree an opportunity to grow over top of this little stub. But I have to be really careful not to cut into this part because this is the trunk of the tree, it's not the branch. The branch grows out of the trunk. So I've cut it off a little bit shorter. That branch is good now and that'll heal right up. And it'll be good at that point. Okay, over here I'm just going to show you another branch here. This is another little branch that was cut off, and this was left too long as well. So that needs to be cleaned up a little bit. So I just take a little saw. It's always good to use a really, really sharp saw. Keep your pruning tools always nice and sharp. Like that. And you should always have a finish that's really good, almost like you use a skill saw on that. Just smooth and finish, not too rough. So by using chainsaws to prune is not usually the best thing. You can use a chainsaw to cut off big branches, but you always use a nice sharp razor saw and you make a final cut so it's nice and clean so disease doesn't get in. And we never put pruning paint on these types of cuts. They've actually proven that pruning paint is detrimental to the tree, not a good idea. So now we're going to look at this little branch down here, and I'm going to cut this little stub off here as well. And what I'm going to do is, you always want to cut your stubs off at right angles to this branch. I don't cut this way against the trunk because I'll cut into the trunk. So I have to cut across the branch this way. So it's right angles to the branch, and it'll make a better healing wound there. So that'll heal up really nice and neat, and it's a good clean cut. So that's it for pruning for today, and remember to listen to me on Saturday mornings on the AM 1150 Garden Show.